You know they got that same name, a different point of views. Whichever one you choose, you can't lose. They got that same name, different point of views. Whichever one you choose, you can't lose. Keisha and Keshia,
knowledge, wisdom, and discernment. Keisha, you don't got it, you can get some if you heard them.
Keisha and Keshia,
knowledge, wisdom, and discernment. Keisha, you don't got it, you can get some if you heard them. We gon' laugh, have a good time. Just sit back and elevate your mind.
Well, hello. Okay, am I doing too much?
No, you're not.
Okay,
This
it's
16.
Yes, episode 16 in the house.
And we're still singing. Let's do it.
Singing. Okay. You know what? I think I would like to start off that we like a pre-planning meeting, right?
Yes.
And we try to, in love, offer each other some criticisms, but you both know we're A-type personalities and we be getting it in. But I think in the end, whatever, we listen to each other and, we're just going to continue improving. So we want to first say thank you to all of our loyal listeners.
Thank you. And let's get some more listeners.
Yes,
Hey,
and so
share
pass
it.
the word. Yeah, keep it going because I think that's ultimately what we want to do. Just continue to pass the word.
Pass the word. And listen, we get along.
Right.
Maybe our friends don't get along.
Well, no, I think our friends,
we're okay with it.
I think our friends get along. Right. And I know that sometimes, we get criticism about our banter or cutting each other off or doing whatever, but it's crazy how.
Cussing. I got for cussing last
God.
time. Guess what?
Oh,
It say explicit. What you talking? It say explicit. If it didn't say explicit, then don't get on there.
Gosh.
Okay? Moving
All right.
on.
So again, we're gonna take it all with a grain of salt, right? Yes, and we're gonna do what we gotta do. So we want to definitely be virtuous women who do our thing. I know, your boo, I know. Yeah. Hey, but you know what? Hey, you gotta take everything with a grain of salt.
It say explicit.
All right, well let's
go.
jump into this. What we doing?
Okay, this recap. Y'all,
Okay.
I know we bring it every week, but it keep happening.
It does
What
keep
can
happening.
We do? We can't even come up with these new things.
Yeah.
Now you can't use a coupon at CVS.
Right.
Did you see the video, Keisha?
You know what? Here's what I think. You know what I was thinking?
Did you see the video?
Okay, I did. But let me tell you this. I know he was shaking. Let me tell you what I think we should do. You know how they always create apps and all that kind of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that should be an app. So when you want to call the police, it automatically comes up as this video. And the police, out of good faith, you remember when we was at the thing, they told me they have to come out. But at least they could see what's going on as you're calling or doing whatever.
No, I think, no.
Okay.
I know that's a good thing, but I think we need to have an app that reach up and slap your ass when you go to call the police. Bitch, what? This ain't no police matter. Bam.
Right. Because I'm telling you, and then what's crazy about it? Who is he? Like the coupon police, and the dang old coupon was valid. Like what's going on?
No.
And
why?
I want to know.
Shaking. Why was he shaking? Like she had a gun.
Because she had a camera. See, because that's the one thing, that's been our weapon. That's been our weapon of choice, is the cameras. That's how we've been exposing jokers, and y'all keep on exposing them. But even more importantly, this coupon couldn't have been no more than, 50 cents to $1? I don't know if they ever said how much it was.
First of all, with your bougie ass. Let me answer
Me?
you. Yeah, you.
Okay, what? Go ahead.
Because you know how you be talking about me when I save a quarter. Let me tell you right now.
Here
I'm
we
like
go.
that lady. I gave him my 50 cents.
Here we
It's
go.
all the world to me. You talking what you save, a quarter. But let me tell you this about the shaking man and the black woman. We just mentioned it last week.
Yes.
That they're losing their jobs. White people keep calling because you're losing your job. I guess he don't want to work at CVS no more.
Now tell me this, outside of that, wasn't he like running for something or something? Did you see that? And it was some type of thing he was running for, and they stopped him from doing that too. But I will tell you, the coupon lady over here, I wish somebody would not take her coupon, baby. Y'all probably see her on national news. On the real, for real.
I believe in my coupons. Hey, I'm on a budget. I'm balling on a what? A budget. All right.
And let me tell you, before we move on for the coupon, I want to give a shout out to Gretchen. Gretchen, hell, baby. She might have you beat. Or y'all might need to link up, because that joker there knows she can go into a store and,
she got
almost
me
highway
beat.
robbery.
She got me beat, and I'm jealous, Gretchen.
Oh, my God. Gretchen, she's serious. Do you hear me? She'll go in and wipe out a whole shelf of detergent and spend $5.
Well, that's the problem for me. I can't shop like that because I don't have any storage. So mine is on a small scale. I don't have any storage. I don't have a garage. I don't have anywhere to put all that stuff. So I have to do mine on a very small scale.
Okay.
And use it and restart again.
Well, on Tuesday, they released or talked about 70 new emojis that was going to be released this year. And the criteria that they used, it has to be iconic. So it means it's like withstand the test of time, timeless, and useful is one of it automatically. So it's like, I think they're coming out with, I can't remember, but they were being funny about like, now they're going to change up the hair so you can have, everybody don't have to have the same hair and stuff like that.
I saw the cupcake icon. That's going to be one. But the shit emoji, is that timeless?
Hey, everybody got to take one. That's all I'm saying.
I saw 3 that was the top, and the cupcake one stood out. I was like, they didn't have a cupcake?
I think they have a garlic one too now.
Yeah, something like that.
I think that's cute though, because the kids love it, and I think we're finding it more useful. Okay, Serena.
She made it to the finals.
She did.
She made it to the finals. Hey, everybody can't make it to the finals.
And that's the thing. I'm glad that she was given her due, because no matter what anybody says, had she not had to take time off for the baby, she still would have been where she was. And so that's out of respect. And I hope that the tennis organization continue, Wimbledon and those continue to do what they're doing and helping mothers who want to take time off to have babies.
You know who was in the audience to watch Serena?
Her husband.
Who else?
And the baby.
And who else? Meghan Markle.
And Carmen.
And Carmen, her ex. And that's her ex. Baby. And
her and Meghan are homegirls now. Kate Winslet. Yeah. Winslet or whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not Kate Winslet.
Not Winslet. You know what I mean. But Meghan is her homegirl.
Yeah, I that's
she was at the wedding and everything. I like that.
That's what I'm saying, girl. What?
Okay, so the Papa John CEO.
John Schnatter. John Schnatter.
Whatever.
So last week they released that he said the N-word at the meeting.
Right.
And he resigned.
Right.
He came back today saying he shouldn't have resigned.
Right.
Why did he resign? He should have stayed where he was.
Because he said they took out of context what he was saying. You said the N-word. It don't make a difference. First thing is, you can't say the N-word. Are you an N-word?
Well, first thing is, you're already a Trump supporter, so you don't even know what you're doing. But you're going to pull the Trump on us. You're going to come back and say, you shouldn't step down because they took it out of context. How you take the N-word out of context? Now, that's one of them words you cannot take out of context. I'm sorry, you can't take the N-word out. How you a nigga is a nigga.
Right. And I think I don't know if you saw that. I think it might have been on social media or something where a girl just kind of broke it down. Some young girl, she was like, listen, it came from one of the tribes in Nigeria, and they started shortening it until it got to that. And then he said, you brought it over here, used it against us, and when we took it captive, you can't have it back.
You took it back, yeah.
So,
and it's nothing for you to use. We're sorry, but won't.
What you know, no good.
What you know, no good.
Why you got to go deep with it?
'Cause I'm deep.
Because you deep. You right, there you go. You got to go deep because you deep. There we go, girl. You was right on time with that one. What? All right, so what we don't know good this week?
For the Sports Illustrated.
Fashion show.
The fashion show, they decided to have diversified women. Not every woman is a size 0 with the big boobs and the no booty that white men like.
Okay.
But they had mothers nursing their babies on the show. They had a lady who had a mastectomy.
A paraplegic woman.
Yeah.
And their whole thing was promoting strong women. Now, I watched as a woman was breastfeeding her baby. She had on little earphones and she was walking down. And I get the whole idea of like all these ways that, people are trying to encourage mothers. And then the woman who did it was this model that says, this is what I do. I feed my baby, blah, blah, blah. We was like, yeah, clearly. And I mean, I get the theme of it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know if I would have did that.
Oh, I would have did it. Because the problem is the breasts have always been glorified as an object for the men. But God gave us these breasts to feed our babies.
Listen, did you ever feed your husband with the breast milk?
No.
He never tasted the breast milk?
No, but I breastfed all 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that.
No, it didn't matter. I mean,
you mean to tell me in 3 babies your husband never tasted the breast milk?
No, because I didn't breastfeed long. I mean,
even like when it came through, because you'd be in the shower and it'd be like going everywhere.
Yeah, but I was still just had the babies with no sex.
I wonder how many men have done that.
I'm sure they have, but I'm just saying that it's for baby, and it's really what it's designed for.
But if you drink cow milk,
Because we the
Could
only,
you drink milk from humans? You know what I'm saying? That drink somebody else's milk. So what was wrong with that?
We the only idiots that drink somebody else's milk instead of our own milk.
I don't think nothing wrong with it. I don't know, fellas. Speak up. Shout out to us. Let us know.
As they say, we the only idiots that drink other animals' milk.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, it's true. So what's next?
All right, so they got this GED match. And in the past 6 to 8 months, probably a little more than that, they have solved so many cold cases with the DNA. So they have these genetic matches, and it gets down to, they narrow it down, like this one woman was saying, it's not that we're going and accosting a bunch of people. So if you go and you get your DNA, whatever, and go through these, you know, whatever.
You
and
get arrested.
Well, and say your cousin did something. They will narrow down from yours this DNA match in this, you know, because they put them all in this database.
This group.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I like the idea because there is a lot of unsolved cases where all of the men are of the Caucasian persuasion, and they're in their 60s and 70s, and they're getting arrested and sentenced for these murders of these young girls.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is for the same amount of white men that are getting prosecuted, there are African American men that are being released from prison.
Because they didn't do it.
Isn't that something?
That's something.
And I said, you know what? I mean, it's just karma and justice. And, you know, they would they will go to the earth to search down a black dude and basically harass 50 other black dudes trying to get to him for him robbing a liquor store. And here these men killing these little girls.
I mean, it goes back to what we said about C. Murder. The black dude that was saying, he said they told him they was going to arrest him for the death of his daughter that the girlfriend had did. But he knew he didn't do it, but he had to turn on C. Murder just to avoid being put in jail himself.
Right.
So it's like, you know, it's thank God for DNA.
Yep, and I'm liking how it's turning out.
Yeah,
Hey,
me too.
because I'm just saying, I mean, I sat and watched maybe 10 cases. Now, one of them was people of color. So
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I mean, it might just be some justice in it all, huh?
Oh, it is.
God allowed that DNA to come through to be like, but I mean, and it's one of those things where these men been in jail for 15, 20, 30 years. You know, like, oh, God, and then when you sitting there every day knowing you didn't do it.
Oh, that's
Girl, that would burn.
Hey, think about Nelson Mandela.
Oh, my God.
God, 26 years.
Yes, and in the prison he was in, that was even worse.
Yeah, in Africa. But I'm going to go further. So I had this discussion about Bill Cosby, and it was said that we all need to stick together. And how come Keisha and Keshia didn't stick with Bill Cosby as a black man? Because he's a fucking rapist. Let me tell you something, black men. I'm going to stick with black men that are in the right. I'm not sticking with you when you're in the wrong. Don't expect me, this Keisha, to stand behind you if you done rape, murder, and kill people. No, I'm not that Keisha. What about you?
I don't even think it needs to be said.
Okay, so let me say this. The conversation was that if Bill Cosby is found guilty, then we can say something. Okay, he's found guilty. Now can I speak? And my thing is, I'm not trying to rag a brother down, but listen, there are good brothers and there are bad brothers. There are good white men. There are bad white men. There are good Indians. There are bad Indians.
Well, and it's the same thing. Everybody knew OJ did it even though he got off.
OJ didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
Because he was found not guilty.
Oh, okay.
And we got to go with the verdict.
Okay. I'm
hey, but that's the thing that I'm saying.
No good.
Well, and then the conversation got real ugly because saying we need to stick together. But do we stick together in spite of? I can't stick together in spite of what you've done. You can't rape my child and think I'm sticking with you. Am I right?
All I'm saying, it ain't even nothing for me to talk about. If you wrong, you wrong.
And brother or no brother.
That'd be the 100% truth.
And matter of fact, being that you're a brother, I'm really going to come hard on you. Kind of ignorant fool. You got us out here looking like a fool. Okay, moving
I mean,
right.
shoot, I just sold out brothers from, like, you know, one time we were out and one of our girlfriends, we saw her husband out with this chick. Now, I didn't know her. Neither one of us did. If he was doing something or not doing something, they were sitting there having dinner. And we walked right up to him and was like, hey, yo, your wife know you here? And showed let her know. I'm just saying. So, I mean, it was
ain't
wrong.
none of my business.
So why is it not none of your
Hey, I don't know about people's relationship. I
what
say
you
the hell out of
said?
people's
No, what we
relationship.
said was, do your wife know you here with this
I wouldn't
woman?
even walked up there. I would have kept
Why? So then why would you clown Bill then?
No, I wouldn't care. I'm clowning Bill because he raped women.
It's still something that's wrong, not right.
How do you know it's wrong? We don't know.
That's the whole point.
We
I'm
don't
gonna tell you
know,
right
and
now.
I stay out of my lane.
Okay, you remember you said that.
I did.
Okay.
I'm good with that. I don't do that because, hey, me and my friend, we talked about some stuff. We don't get in folks' marriages. And like she said, I'm going to tell my husband when I'm coming home, because I don't want to walk in there, he in the bed with the other woman. And I'm with her on that. Hey, I'm going to let you know. That right there is murder. So I will call and say, I'm on my way home.
Well, I will say this. This is girl code from the city, Keisha.
That ain't no damn girl code.
Hey,
that's messy code.
That's wrong that you should say that.
That's just
You
messy
can't judge
code.
me.
That's messy.
No, you can't. See, that's the problem
What
right
we
there.
talking about drama and mess?
No, hold on.
Nothing to do between drama and mess.
Let me say this, because when you jump out and say that, as soon as I say something, that's offensive, because it's like, that is how I feel. Now, you can be entitled to your feeling, but don't call mine wrong because you feel something different.
I ain't said it wrong. I said,
You did.
I said I'm not
You
going
just
to do
said
it.
that.
No, I said I'm not going to do it. And I said it's messy.
That's not what you said. Okay, but anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just feel as though girl code, like I said, for City Keisha, is that you got loyalties, and I don't care what nobody say. You got some homegirls you rocking with, and I see you all cuckoo in love with this dude, and you going all out, you doing blah, 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 and I see that dude someplace. If it is questionable, I'm going to question it. And now and I'm going to let him know, hey, tell her before I do. Because I'm telling it.
Let me tell you, if you see my dude somewhere, shut the hell up. Me and him got this covered.
All right. I'm glad you said that. All right. Rock on. And I promise you, don't come back at me.
Is it on the tape? Because let me tell you, is it on the tape?
It's on the tape. You
Leave
said
it like that.
All
And
right.
I meant that.
Okay. Well, then that's how you do.
That's what I do. Congratulations to France for winning the World Soccer Tournament. They say FIFA?
FIFA. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Most of the players are immigrants and of African and Muslim descendants.
Right, because they recruit them. They know them jokers fast.
No, they're part of the country. They're citizens.
I know, but what I'm saying, the recruits that come in there, from where they're descendants from. You see what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I'm saying
okay.
they're immigrants to that country.
I get it.
They
We're
weren't
saying the same
recruited
thing.
from Africa.
No, I'm saying when they get recruited for their athletic abilities,
Yes.
that's where they come from. Do you feel me? Like, for example,
yeah.
when you're here in America, when they recruiting these running backs, they look like me and you.
Yeah. I'm with you.
You feel me? That's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying, okay, so going on. Trevor Noah said that Africa won the World Cup. You better tell it, Trevor. Why are they
Well, if
calling?
that's the case, all of us from everything we do, it don't make a difference if it's from America, wherever it is.
But-
That's where it started.
But that's what, but we're,
Give respect to the motherland.
but that's the mother. He said Africa won the
I
World
feel it.
Cup.
I feel it.
He had to say African American, not African.
Hey,
won.
I'm ready.
But the backlash is that Trevor Noah is a racist. Can somebody tell me what a racist is? Because I don't think they understand what it is. What is racist about this?
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm all in my feelings because I just finished Ta-Nehisi Coates' book, Between the World and Me, baby, and it's got me in my feelings about those particular things. I mean, and like I said, I try to sort out academically how I feel about race in America and this white and black thing and all this kind of stuff. And so sitting here listening to this.
So would you call Trevor Noah a racist?
Heck, you know.
No, that's what I'm saying. The way they throw it and use it back on us, because he pointed out that they're mostly African and Muslim people.
Mm-hmm.
How is he racist? What power do he have when he say that? What does he deny them of? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Don't be.
Okay, because I was like, how
It
you
ain't
see
you that's
racist?
confused.
Okay, they're confused.
Right. Let it be them. Don't
the
jump on their
racist shit
side.
they
Have them
do-
jump on your
the
side.
racist shit they do, it ain't racist. But when somebody point out that
Absolutely.
they're Africans
Absolutely.
who won the World Cup,
Absolutely.
now we're racist.
Absolutely.
Okay, I
Because
ain't
here's
crazy.
the deal. If they had to look at their racism, it's pretty doggone ugly. And who
It's
wants to look at
nasty.
that? Think about how many people, and I think we've talked about this in previous shows, when you have to really look at yourself and change to be a better person, because there's just some things about you that is just jacking your whole life up, blowing it up like a big bomb.
Mm-hmm.
When you got to look in the mirror at yourself and you take a step back and really do it, that stuff, it dig deep and hurt. So
know.
can you imagine if they
do
really
it.
had to open and honestly admit and look at all the stuff they've done on the backs of people of color?
Well, and I had this meme that said, if we could see your character, if we could just look at your character as a picture and who you are. And I'm thinking, if some of these races look and see what they look like, for real, I mean, it's not a pretty picture.
Well,
It's disgusting, it's disturbing. And my best friend was with her other best friend who's white, and her son was in bed with her, and she's black, and this child has no idea about black and white. And
Why did you say your son was in bed with her?
he's autistic, and he's like 11, and he wanted to be in that bed, and he's nonverbal. So, you know, I mean, he got into they're in the hotel rooms, and he came and got in the bed with her, but he wasn't, nothing said like, black woman scared, she might call the police on me, none of that. He's just an innocent child. I mean, he got in the bed, she said he was eating his little Doritos.
Okay, so back up. So the white woman's son got in the bed with your black girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, because that wasn't cleared up. I was like, what are we talking about?
Sorry. No.
Okay.
And they all were on a family vacation,
Okay.
and me and her both was saying that kids, they're not, it's taught. Racism is taught. So that child, and because he's autistic, nothing about him connected her to being black.
Right, and let me say this. I do not like when people say, well, I don't see color. I don't like that.
I don't either.
So you cannot be a racist, and you can be sensitive to other cultures and recognize that other cultures do exist and there are differences. So don't ignore my differences, which is what you traditionally have done with the guilt and everything else from generations, so that you can feel better about how you feel. No, I'm okay with being a black woman and having the things that make me unique to be me. So don't tell me you don't see my color, because of my color is how we have our relationship or how I deal with you, whatever. So just respect that.
It's disrespectful to say you don't see color.
And they kill me with that. I was like,
damn, the bitches, you black?
Yeah.
That's what I be thinking. Okay. Moving on, Leslie Jones, another funny comedian, Saturday Night Live. She criticized Jessica Alba's company, Honest. That's the name of the company. That's ironic. Over bad service.
yeah, because I remember Jessica came out with Honest, and Honest was just basically like a pure way of processing foods and stuff, and not only that, but like household items and different things like that, so that you don't have to have all of the negative, and all that kind of stuff in there. And if she criticizes, she criticizes. I mean, if Jessica needs to step her game up.
Well, and she didn't say what happened. She just said the last 3 orders have been jacked up. And then Jessica came out and said that she loved Leslie, and they're going to work on it. So,
I mean, business is business, chick.
Hey,
and if I'm spending my money.
Hey, celebrities, get it done, huh? They get you out there. They put you on blast.
All right, well, let's talk about some politics and news, you know.
I know we get tired of this.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it earlier. Keisha said I'm tired of it, but it's the news. I'm sorry, boo. He just keep making it.
Well, and on the reason, and let's be clear about why I said I'm tired of it. What did I say? Because that's all we're doing is talking. He keeps his name in our mouth and in America's mouth, and in my honest opinion, he has no place. It's almost like, you know, just like we were in high school and we had some messy chicks doing whatever. At some point, why are you still talking about it?
Well, and then our other thing is silence is complacent. So the other thing is we can't be silent, because in other words, that means we agree with him. And that's another thing that we have to speak out about, that we don't agree, and that we're calling bullshit where we see bullshit. We can't be complacent either. And I think silence has really bitten us in the butt for many years.
Well, I don't necessarily think that we've been silent. It's just constant over and over again. And I'm like, we need to, you know, like I saw this thing on Instagram that says, sit at the table with the winners. The conversation is different. And I'm like, at this point, we need to figure out how we're going to win this next election and do something else and start celebrating and talking about those people who are going to run against them and how we're going to take over some of these offices to make some change.
Well, and that's what's happening.
Yeah,
the conversation is different, and winners are at the table. Me and you at the table. We're discussing them. I'm a winner.
So.
You a winner? No, she ain't no damn winner. She over here losing. You better win. You better, hey, City Keisha.
I don't lose.
You want, okay, then we winners. What you saying for? Let's go. Trump in bed with the gremlin. The Kremlin. I said the gremlin. Go ahead. Denouncing his own country. What country is that?
I don't know.
The United
I don't even know what country he's a part of, honestly.
America.
I don't know.
You know what he told them old NFL players? They some son of a bitches. They don't value the United States. What does he do? He said that
I just don't like that he lied and then come back with another lie. How you gonna say would and would not? That was some stupid.
Double negative. What's a double negative?
Oh my Lord! And they keep, and I'm like, and I'm just, I mean, shame on you for every Republican who's still standing behind him. Shame on you for every female Republican that's still standing behind him. Shame on you for all of you patriots, all you those who are, you know, want to wear the American flag like it's a badge of honor with everything that you do, but you will go against you won't go against him, but you'll clown people that are here working and doing the things that they need to do. I mean, it's like y'all clowned. I mean, President Obama couldn't have done nothing wrong. Y'all was all in his butt. But I promise you he wouldn't have did half the crap that this dude is doing. I mean, it's just, oh my God.
A third, a fourth.
I'm so disappointed in this man and his leadership and the fact that there are people still following him. At this point, even if it was, we maybe have never had this, but it should have just been an uprising to somehow get his behind out of office and take his vice president with him and have a special election.
We need it. He said that the American people are foolish for not having a relationship with Russia.
But and
some Republicans came out and said Reagan turning over his grave. Do you not remember Reagan growing up saying, Mr. Gorbachev, take down that wall?
Yeah.
I remember that. Those are the things I remember because Russia has always been one of the people that we've always had problems with. And for you to know that they messed with our election, for you to beg them, and according to the news media, he begged them to hack into Hillary, and they did it the same day that he asked
I saw that
publicly.
But here's the other thing. You sat in front of all these other leaders who are considered our adversaries and clown each one of us. Allies, I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying allies.
Right, and clown each and every one of them. But you up there with Putin and can't say nothing. They directly asked you. Like, you lied about the stuff you said about these other people after you done talked about them behind their back, okay? And then you come and you lie to their face and say that's not what you've done. But you ain't said crap about Putin, not one thing. And even when right there you were asking, you could have said something, you still avoided the question. And then came back because you had so much heat and, oh my God, your ego is so bruised and you can't think that people would not like you. So you sat around with the few people who do, and they told you to say X, Y, and Z. Because here's the bottom line. You ain't never read off a prompter or no piece of paper any other time. You say whatever you want to say.
Would or wouldn't. Negative.
Hello. You say, I mean, you real quick to tweet out some stuff and get ignorant any other time. So why all of a sudden now you need a piece of paper?
Putin said he did not meddle with our election.
Oh God.
Trump believed
Can we
him.
move on, please?
Is treason now on the table? That's my question.
I don't know, but I mean, are we going to be doing that much better with Pence? I don't think so.
I don't know. His treasonous too. Take both of them. All right. So the next thing we have is Sacha Baron Cohen series, Who is America? So this hit the news that he got our lawmakers. He tricked them into supporting arming children 4 years. Starting at 4 years with guns. They read off this paper, y'all, like it made so much sense. And they're reading this, and it's saying 4-year-olds can save other 4-year-olds if they had a gun.
I know. And those are the people we're electing, though. So I'm just talking about the American people, how we get so complacent and you let a few select people go in here and elect these officials that serve our country and create these laws and do everything else. Now it's time for everybody, like you said, to stop laying dormant. And it's time for us. I mean, we need to be looking at that.
Well, and the point that he's showing us is you're electing people who don't know nothing. Clearly, they're not reading stuff. I don't want to elect you and then you go in there and not read the paper.
And they have a whole staff of people.
I know, to read.
10, 15 folks
You
on their staff.
read. Y'all all bring it to me. So I don't even understand. I mean, it was so ridiculous. So, and they get paid all this money and they get all this good health care. It's like, oh, you got the best health care. And you get the best retirement. And then you can't even take time to read something before you go on camera and he making an ass out of you for his show.
Barack Obama's speech to the South Africans on Mandela Day.
Yay! If you did not hear this speech, go to YouTube and listen. He brought a powerful message. He's talking about the fact that
I miss his powerful messages. I really do.
I do. Girl, people miss complete sentences. I heard people, I was reading the YouTube messages, oh my God, complete sentences are back.
I mean, anytime this man talks about his dead uncle and how he knew about the nuclear war and that's how he knew about him, I was like, what are you doing, man? Like, everything is great and it's wonderful, but you're not saying anything. Like, you can't even bring a speech together without either talking about how great you are or how great you done did something or how you done did this. And then the only time you make complete sentences is when you're putting down the former president or you're trying to make yourself look good. And
the part where you're not caring about our poor and our sick. And
listen, come January, everybody gonna start realizing that all that stuff he didn't pass. So what else Barack was talking about?
Well, Barack also he spoke on the rich, saying that it's only so much you can buy, eat, and take trips with. All your money, so paying your fair share in taxes will not leave you hungry and begging.
Right.
Just paying your fair share in taxes, you're still gonna be rich.
Yep.
That's what he's saying. The rich should be saying, who can I help? Because I have so much more. The amazing gift to help people, he's saying that it's an amazing gift to help people and not just yourself. Tell that to our president.
Yeah.
He's being inclusive. We need to be able, instead of separating ourselves, the rich want to get so far away from poor people.
Right.
They don't want to see you hungry.
Nope.
And it's like, if we can close the gap and actually help each other, then it'll be a better place.
Well, and I tell you also, when he was talking, he was just saying, when it's like turning into a time when politicians can tell a lie, then they come back and tell another lie. And he said, it used to be a time when they be like, my bad, I lied. But no, they come back and tell a lie on top of the lie. Like, what are we doing?
Well, he did. He came out first off saying, you know, he was like, what in the world is going on? He said, he said, I've been watching.
Right, and the thing about it, and I know he's trying to, he looks so good too. Yes.
Did he?
Just well rested and his skin looked good. And I mean, yeah, he did. And the thing about it is, I know he's trying to be respectful and staying in his character, whatever, but good Lord Jesus. Okay. Now, there is a former White House stenographer that worked from Reagan on up. Well, they've had stenographers. I'm sorry, I don't know if she worked for, I know she worked for the last two presidents. But, and the reason why they have them doing press conferences is because they need to keep an account of what was said, so that if anything gets taken out of context or not said correctly, they tell them to go back to the transcript. And then the reporters go back to the transcript and they, either correct the story or do whatever. Well, apparently Trump doesn't like using microphones, so they can't really hear him. And then this woman says, I can no longer do this. She resigned from her job because she says Trump is lying to the American people.
Yeah, we know it, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had that job. Girl, I'm sorry, boo. That's all right. I can't even say nothing else.
Oh my God. Okay, so there is an inappropriate and unnecessary antibiotics given out in urgent care. And I don't know if you guys have been in urgent care, but I've taken my kid, and they're saying that you got to know if it's a bacterial or viral infection. Viral infections, you just have to wait it out. You get stuff to ease it, like, headache medicines, so that you ride that out. You can't get antibiotics for something like that. And so as a result, we're becoming more resistant to antibiotics. And so when we really do have a bacterial infection, we can't fight it off.
It is no good. Let me tell you about urgent care. I heard, don't take your ass to urgent care. I heard this because they were saying one of my ex-husband's uncle went to urgent care and they gave him the wrong care and made it worse. And he had to rush him to the hospital, and he never recovered from it.
Right.
So that's some of what we're saying. Urgent care is for things. I think they need. Common cold.
Well, it is, but they just need to get more educated. Well, and then here's the thing that's happening though. Well, because the patients are coming there and saying, I need some antibiotics, and instead of them going, no, you have a viral infection, do this, they give them the antibiotics. So it's like they not even. I get it, but I'm saying that's where a lot of stuff happens. I'm gonna go give me a Z-Pack, and then they convince the doctor to give them a Z-Pack, and they ain't even got a bacterial infection.
Well, this is the problem. Where these doctors come from? Because you don't get to convince a doctor they know what they doing. Well, and urgent care.
If you Trump doctor, remember?
Girl, Trump doctor is fired.
Okay.
But no, and I hear a lot of people go to urgent care and it's great, but I found that the ones that I heard, that they don't know what they're doing. So it's like horrible. When are we gonna get some good health care?
Girl.
What the hell is going on? Why can't we go to the doctor and come back out well?
All right, let's talk about a little pop culture now. You told me this today.
Girl, it just happened today.
I don't know if it happened.
Popped up today. I said, this is all right.
No, wait, hold on, before you even say it.
What?
I just don't know. I mean, like, maybe you shouldn't say it, because then if you say it, you put it out on tape, and you believe in something, or then you are 100% sure.
No, I'm saying it popped up. I'm not standing behind it. I'm just saying this is what popped up.
Popped up on what social media?
Yahoo.
It popped up on Yahoo?
Yahoo.
Wait a minute. So you shut down your...
No, it's Soho. Soho is what it popped up on.
Okay,
It's a
I don't know.
pop culture
I'm just asking you, so I just need to know before you say this.
Girl, everybody's saying it.
Well,
Apparently.
wait a minute. I know everybody like,
blew up
hold
talking
on.
about, did y'all hear? And I was like, yeah, I heard it, but I ain't want to repeat it neither.
Listen, I am just asking because, we just, inquiring minds want to know. Because, you can go to the grocery store, and in that line, they talking about Meghan Markle's having twins. Okay?
The urban leak.
Oh, my God. What did it say?
Yeah.
See what?
We didn't see this coming.
Okay. After you said it to me, I thought to myself, I know how close they were, so it's not a surprise. Okay. I can say I'm surprised, but I don't know if I'm, yeah. All right. You gonna tell me what you talking about?
Okay, so Stevie J, or should I say Stevie J. Guess what, y'all? He got married to Faith Evans.
Big E's ex, Big E's widow, right? Okay. Now they were really close friends for years. They've been close friends for years.
Sorry.
And she actually came on to either his show or hip hop or something, and was talking to him, and you could tell they were pretty buddy then. And he was like, I'm gonna come out there, do some music with you and blah 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 blah. So he never married Jocelyn.
Girl, Jocelyn, I knew that.
Jocelyn Hernandez.
Girl, I knew that then because they were, how they were quizzing her, like, what day y'all got married? She couldn't get the dates right. Like, everybody know they wedding date. That was.
It sounded like Phaedra when she didn't know how long she had been pregnant. Remember?
Girl, you just lying. Okay, so listen. Is he a catch, Faith Evans? I didn't want to know if Stevie J a catch. Everything in me said, you caught a rotten fish. I don't know about you.
Okay, now
but everything in me said,
but I said
throw this one back.
But I did also say to you how Toni Braxton is marrying Birdman.
She ain't married him yet, though.
I know, but but I'm just saying.
Married.
And everybody was saying, Birdman, he's weird with all these tattoos and all this kind of stuff. And Toni was a little more classy, I guess.
Is allegedly a child molester, is what I say.
Oh.
I say that. Okay.
Oh, okay. Why do you say
allegedly?
that?
Because he like little boys. He kissing Wayne on the lips when he was a teenager.
Oh, my Lord.
On the
Jesus.
lips. That's child molester stuff.
All right. Well, they're getting married.
What y'all say about this? Come on now, speak up. Stevie J, $1 million in child support arrears.
Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on now. Stevie done cleared all that up. Stevie everything cleared up. He didn't go to jail. He cleared all that up, baby. Them love and hip hop checks coming in.
Faith, did you pay for it?
Oh. Somebody help us now.
Woo.
All right, let's move on because, we got to, hey, like you said, didn't you just say about 10 minutes ago staying out of people's relationships?
Hey, they the one posted that they got married.
Okay.
Hey, if they don't post it, we don't know about it.
Well, I mean, it's almost like you saying
No,
okay.
I'm just
all right,
saying,
go ahead.
I ain't stepping up to Faith. I'm just saying.
All right.
Congratulations on your nuptials.
Congratulations, Faith and Stevie. I hope y'all have a wonderful life with all of y'all children.
Hey, if y'all make it a year, we'll congratulate you again.
All right, so Cardi B is picking up 10 VMAs girl nominations. The Carters only got 8, baby.
Hey, Cardi B is out there. Y'all talk what you want
to. Hey, they said she's going on tour with Bruno Mars.
All right.
And I like that. I would see Bruno Mars. Cardi B, I don't know. But, did you see her on Instagram with her little puppet? Because she was talking about her hair jacked up and she real pale and she ain't had nothing, taking care of the baby. So she used one of the baby dolls to be her little puppet and she wanted to talk to social media.
Okay.
She is a nut. But I guess she's living her best life. She got a baby, 10 VMA nominations. She's married to a dude that didn't marry none of the other baby mamas. So, hey. Do it, Cardi B.
Do it.
All right, so the 19-year-old French striker, and I know I'm going to jack up his name, is Kylian.
Kylian?
And I'm not even going to, his last name is Mbappe. No, we ain't even.
You don't pronounce it M, do you?
I know, but it's Okay, from anyway, he's one of the World Cup winners in France, and he donated all of his earnings. It was $500,000 plus some to an organization that teaches disabled children sports. And he is also the youngest to earn a goal. He kicked a goal at the World Cup. So he's like right up there with Pele. Remember Pele?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm just, and just to know that, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, step up with stuff like that. That was really cool. So.
Okay, on to this next segment.
Let's
I'm
just
embarrassed.
Be real embarrassed.
I'm really embarrassed.
Real embarrassed. No, say it. Pause on that.
I'm gonna pause, but I am really embarrassed because last episode, if you did not hear last episode,
go back and listen.
Go back because City Keisha keeps saying, Kiki, do you
you can get the rhythm. Kiki, do you love me? And she kept going, yes, and not knowing I was talking about the in your feelings
Well,
challenge.
I thought she was asking me if I loved her.
I was saying that.
No.
I was.
I didn't realize it was the song.
Oh,
though.
Jesus.
I was so hurt when I
Do you know
realized the song.
first they
And I
played the
knew about
song
the song.
like nonstop for one, and then
I
number
listen to
two,
Cardi B.
but number two, you on Instagram, they got 5 billion doing challenges. Are you kidding me?
And listen to it and did not make the connection. That's how out of touch.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the challenge and put
I'm
it up.
ready.
Okay, we're
I'm
going to do
ready.
the challenge and put it up on Instagram for y'all since there we go. We'll do it next week. All right.
I got it, baby. I'm already there. So Will Smith did the challenge on top of a building in Budapest. It scared the mess out of me, girl.
It scared the mess out of him.
Girl.
He did it though, but they've been cutting up. I mean, they've had a lot of celebrities and stuff, and then I think Charlamagne the guy, he's so silly. Talk about some. Kiki, where are you? Will you please tell this dude?
You love him.
Right.
And the game stopped. His son did it on the sidewalk. He stopped the car, let him jump out, and he did it. So
yeah.
and
then, did you see that one where, because now they jumping out the car with the car rolling and they doing it, and you see that one where the white boy got hit by the car? He was out there, Kiki, and the car came up on, I think it was staged. I don't think he really got hit, but yeah, it was hilarious.
Kiki,
do you love me? Okay.
And
Are
I
you
was like,
riding?
yes, I do.
Oh, God.
I really do.
Oh,
I do
Jesus.
love you, girl. I was so lost.
Okay, so former Destiny's Child member Michelle Williams, I like her.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, she was checked into a mental facility saying that she has been suffering depression and seeking help. And I think that's kind of cool when you step up to do that.
Well, we talked about this here that black women have the highest rate of depression, but the lowest rate is suicide. Because we were like,
Look, I might get a little depressed, baby. Let me get a bottle of wine and a few homegirls, and I'll be good.
Well,
yeah.
and it's a negative effect for us that people tell us you could pray it away or drink some wine. Remember, all the stuff they was telling women that.
Well, I do think. Well, okay.
No, but I'm saying instead of actually getting the mental help, nobody's saying you don't have to pray, but don't just tell me to pray and then walk away. And then I've got a medical disease. You don't tell me just to pray for cancer. I go through the steps, and it's not. And this is the thing.
And you do. People do tell you pray for cancer.
No,
but you're
I'm
talking
just
about
saying,
like not
just
getting treatment.
don't get treatment is what I'm saying. And so the thing is, and God tell you, you got things placed here to help you. He put these things in place to help you. So she's saying that she has been struggling with depression for years, and we know this about black women. A lot of black women struggle with depression, and it doesn't mean that their life is horrible. It just means that you have, and some say, a chemical imbalance or things that affect you differently than it does other people. Like you were saying about the seeing the negative images of black people on movies, you can't watch it. You like, I can't do that. But those things is something that triggers something in them that make them have a depression. But for her to come out and say she's getting help only means that someone else who think that they don't need help, hopefully they'll come out and get some help.
Okay.
We
All right.
need that.
Yeah, what's black a lacking?
Child was black a lacking. We're going to go back to that speech that Barack Obama gave. We kept calling Nelson Mandela Madiba. Madiba is his African name, and that's what they call him in Africa. So we're going to ask this question. Why, the question is, when white folks change your name so that you can, so that they can pronounce it, is that disrespectful?
Yeah. Because if that's the name I was given, well, see, you know what? That's property, though. I don't think it was doing it out of disrespect. Well, granted, disrespect because they were slaves, but, you know, they saw them as property. But I've seen that happen where they will do that. Oh, I can't pronounce your name, so they'll call them something else. Or there are people of color and I'm not just saying black folks, who will change their names to make it easier for white people.
Yeah.
So they not only are they doing it, but then we're making it easier for them. No, if putting all those syllables out is what you need to do with a click in your voice, then do that when you call
Well,
names.
that's Sunny Hostins. Her name is so difficult. She gave it, and I was like, it's long. And she was so proud of it,
But she's Spanish. She's Hispanic, isn't she?
she's Puerto
Hispanic and
Rican.
black? Yeah, that's
Puerto
right.
Rican and Haitian,
Okay.
I think, or black, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm saying her real name is so long. It's like whoa, and she shortened it to Sunny. But it's not. If she's shortened it, that's fine. But to have someone else shorten it,
Right.
is the problem.
Well, and somebody we know gave a story.
Yeah. Can I tell it?
Yeah, you can tell a story.
Oh, thank you. So somebody we know gave a story. Educated black man, work in a professional field, engineer, and he introduced himself and gave his name, and he see the email, and the email has changed his name, shortened it to Tom. He didn't know who the hell Tom was.
Then he figured it out and was like, first thing is,
no.
this is how you do this, right?
Email went back out.
Yeah.
This is my name.
Right.
Either call me this
Or call me this.
Mr. This.
Yes.
But don't call me that.
Right.
That is not my name.
Yeah.
And so he said another one of his white workers was like, I was wondering when you was going to rent. Because he said he been doing this for me, but he hadn't caught on. And my thing is, I have a crazy name to most people, but I take the time to pronounce it for them.
What crazy name? Lakeisha?
Yeah, but it's the way it's spelled. It always messes them up.
Because you don't know how to spell.
I didn't spell it. My mama did.
Oh.
So talk about it. I let her handle that.
No, I love
step
your
back and let my
mama. I love
handle
your
it.
mama.
But
That's my girl.
I get Lucretia. And you see Acretia. You get that.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. My maiden name is Covington, right? 3 syllables. Covington. Covington. So then people would always say crazy stuff. I'd be like, how can you? It's 3 syllables, Covington. So then when I became a Thomas, I was like, okay, boom, that's easy. Nope, it's Thompson. I was like, oh my gosh,
Hey.
And I'm okay with my Spanish students because they call me Tomas because, they don't pronounce the H. But other people, Thompson, it's just crazy. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Girl, my maiden name is
But our
Matthews.
name has gotten so popular to where.
Yeah, we would. Me and the other Keisha was talking about we need to petition these people to start having our names in, with like the key.
They do now. I bought quite a few.
We have them. That's what we were looking for, some of the souvenirs.
Oh,
so.
okay. Yeah. They do that. All right. So, to be or not to be. Now, this is the segment where we talk about, being married, being in relationships, being divorced in relationships, booed up. And you wanted to discuss the issue of
No secrets, no pettiness, no selfishness, no bad mouthing your partner to others. In a relationship, the partner should be first and foremost, before the kids, before the family, work, and friends. And it should be the attitude of us against the world.
I totally 100% agree.
Me too.
But I think a lot of times.
What's the
and
but?
I'm not-
Hold on, stop. What's
No.
the but?
The
No,
but
go
is that it could be the man or it could be the woman, but it ends up being one or the other. It's hard before you get on the same accord with one another. There's always one who's got them secrets or being selfish or doing whatever, and then it breeds this whole thing. And I just feel like when that happens, like I put a post up earlier about, the enemy don't know no chill. He don't. So especially in relationships.
The enemy only know what you tell it.
No, I'm not talking about a physical person.
No. I'm just saying the enemy only know what you tell it. Like, I'm talking about physical person.
I'm not talking about a physical
I'm saying
person.
if you keep your business to yourself.
Well, no, I'm
that's
not
the
talking about a
key.
physical
No,
person. I'm talking about
saying-
more on a spiritual level because he puts those thoughts in our heads, and then we start, having it, and it gets to that point. And sometimes you got to recognize him for who he was, just the same way, back in the Garden of Eden they recognize him. And like you said, and it could be a physical person too.
But I'm saying that if you keep your business out of other people's.
I'm just
face-
talking about just
No,
getting
I'm
along
just-
and dealing with your own selfishness because that's the way you were raised.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Before you could put your business out there.
Well, now you're putting your business out there. Like you just was raised to be a selfish jerk.
Yeah, that's true. But I
Or you just petty, or you just got a bunch of secrets because that's the way you. I mean, but
I was trying to go somewhere else.
No. I'm just saying that sometimes people, and not that you really want to do that, but that's just when you ingrain in that culture and that's what you have, that's what you bring to your relationships. Period. And you don't even recognize it until, like, I remember when I went to college. Right, I went to a PWI. Okay, but we had a little HBCU
Predominantly
inside.
white institution.
I'm sorry, we had a little HBCU inside our PWI.
Yeah, that ain't no a little HBCU. That's a PWI and a PWI.
See, you always like being disrespectful.
That's the truth.
It is not the truth.
How you gonna make it a HBCU in a PWI?
Anyway, so what I'm saying is, as I got to know different people from different walks of life, be it, who just didn't grow up in Chicago, who didn't live, and just all that, it took me to another level to then be able to see some of the iniquities in my family, to be able to see that. So then when I moved away, like now, I went to Chicago, stayed for a week and a half, and when I'm around some of my cousins and stuff, or even in certain situations with my mom and her sisters, whatever, sometimes I find myself going, man, because I don't have that here. So once you, and they don't, and half the time I don't even think they be wanting to do it. And you come from a big family too. You got to think, when all that's stirred up and you constantly in that, you don't see that you really being messy or petty or you're being selfish or whatever. It's not until you remove yourself from the situation and you take all that with you and everybody looking at you like, and you like, what's wrong? Because when you in that environment, it's no big deal.
It's no big deal. And my thing is, I like to leave it where I'm found it. And I try to go home, the messiness, try to leave it where it is. But what I was saying about the enemy, we tend to expose our relationships too soon, too fast, and allow people to dig holes when the foundation isn't even built yet. You got to build a foundation as far as relationship goes. That means, so when someone come to me about something about my man that I know for a fact that ain't true because we've already got the foundation settled, I know when it's not true and it's the enemy. You understand? Not the truth, but the enemy. They find ways when you have a crack. Like, say, for instance, your man was at the store and they don't think you know he at the store. And they come and you be like, ooh, I saw so-and-so at the store. And you be like, okay, I knew he was, but when you have that type of foundation, but if it's in the beginning and you guys are not communicating and they come back and be like, I saw so-and-so at the store, you're gonna be like, you was at the store? What you doing? Because you don't have the communication and the foundation. Your foundation's gotta be on something of trust. In other words, you either trust each other or you don't. Like you was just saying earlier, oh, if I see him, hey, don't tell me. Because first of all, I probably already know. Because I'm like one of those chicks that I tend to be a little bit observant. And if then it's up to me whether I want to walk or not walk. That's on me.
It's still going to be up to you if I tell you not.
No, but I'm just saying you can tell me, but that doesn't mean you're going to get the reaction that you want.
Oh, it's not a reaction.
And I ask that you don't tell
well,
me.
That's what I'm saying. I can respect that, but it's not me getting a reaction because I never carry, I don't try to get anybody's, I'm always supporting because I didn't fall in love with that joker. I ain't been with him, so I'm not going to tell you whether you need to leave him, stay with him, whatever. But I'm going to make sure you know the information.
Well,
you make your own choices and do what you want to do. But if you tell me every day you're going to stay with him and going to do whatever, I'm going to stand right by you and continue to be your girlfriend, do what I got to do. I'm not going to go against it. So I'm not telling you to be messy or to go against you. I'm saying because if you didn't know, you need to know.
Well, and see, that's what I call mess.
No.
Now, I'm saying that's the way I see it.
I know, but I'm like,
I'm good.
Ain't nothing about me messy. I ain't coming like, girl.
Oh, I'm messy.
Guess what?
I'm very
blah, blah, blah.
messy.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Look at this vibe. This is very messy.
No,
that's why I don't do it. That's
even,
why I don't partake in it. I mean, like, if I see your man with, I don't know, it ain't none of my business, and that's between y'all. That's my, and I'm gonna tell you why. I did this before many moons ago with one of my cousins. I went telling her about her man cheating, which, hey, I learned then to keep my mouth shut.
I mean, and that's your opinion.
No, I'm saying, and hey, that's why I say, to me, I told her, she went running around like a chicken. Them people meet me today. What the hell was I doing in their business? Stay the hell out.
All I'm saying is I will have a real problem. I just feel like if you know and you make your choices, I'm not going to love you any less or whatever the case may be, but you should know.
Yeah, but it ain't none of our business.
Okay.
So no secrets, no pettiness, no selfishness, no bad mouthing your partner. I got to say that to others. When you bad mouth your partner to others, it's a reflection of you. you're talking about the person you chose to be with. So you're not making them look bad. You're making you look bad.
Well, and on top of that, it's like, what are you bringing to your relationship when you talk bad? You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get to, like maybe y'all had a little snafu and some stuff went down, and you stayed with him and want to get to another level, you then have to let that crap go and get to that next level. But if you get stuck there, all you doing is, like you said, wallowing in your pity.
Girl, he did this. Girl, he did that. Girl, listen, nobody wants. I'm gonna look at you and go, ain't he your man? Is he your man? Because you obviously like it.
Well,
there you have it. So
go ahead and talk to a little bit about finance.
Oh, you don't want no future daughter-in-law?
You can. I mean, but we've been kind of talking about the same stuff, so.
I know, but I just said.
Go ahead.
My sons are not verbal, so you're gonna have to coerce them. That's it, right? Coerce.
Okay.
Them to answer. You're gonna have to pull it out of them. Pull it out of them. You're gonna have to say, "Are you okay?" And they're gonna say, "Fine." You're gonna have to say, "So what happened today?" And then they're gonna tell you. Then you'll be like, "Oh, they're not really fine." I'm saying you won't get the answer the first time, so you're gonna have to dig a little deeper to get to the root of whatever their problem is, because they won't say it. And I think most men are like that.
Now, my son is totally opposite.
No, I'm just saying
if you
most
ask him
men.
and he's saying he cool, let him be cool for a minute. Like sometimes he just don't want to be bothered, but he will let you know if something's going on.
But
so
how
for
is
him,
your husband?
Same. He's the same way.
Oh.
Yeah, like no, he won't communicate as much as DJ would, but if he's a Gemini, so you can turn your back. Girl, you can turn your back and look at that joker and turn back. Listen, well, you're right, but consistently, the ones that I know that were born around the same time he was,
the white flag.
girl, because I love my sister to pieces, but she like that too. You could be sitting right here with her, do one of these numbers, look at the wall, come back, you be like, what just happened in 5 seconds?
Girl, but no, what I'm saying is that and I say most men, and I'm not saying all men, they're not chatty like women. Like we still coming in.
Yeah, he's not chatty, but
No,
I'm saying
I'm
he'll
saying-
let you know something going wrong.
No, I'm just saying that if you said,
ain't
but I'm
gotta
just
force
saying
them.
for most men, if you ask them what's going on or you could tell something's wrong, they give you the short answer. Ask another question, and ask another one.
Well,
and
see, now asking question after question.
No, I'm
that's
talking about to get down to deeper, like.
right, but that's what I'm saying. That's
not-
the first thing that most of them be like, stop, why are you asking me all these questions, blah, 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 blah. I already said ain't nothing wrong with me, blah, 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 blah. And your boys to do the same thing. So it's got to be another way that you can figure it out. If he backs off like that, back off of it. And then go, okay, and open the door. When you ready to talk to me, say
Well,
something.
maybe that'll work.
Because think about it. You take just Armand and some chick ask him and keep on going.
No, I said to remember to ask the right questions. So if you ask them how they're doing and they're saying, okay, and then you say, well, what happened today at work? And, another question on top of that, not just the same question, but trying to get down to what's going on. And if they tell you what happened, then you realize that it's not just okay.
All right. Talk about you still on this welfare and taxes stuff? What you wanna
Girl,
talk about now?
always. I got so much.
All right, well, go ahead.
Now, she rolled her eyes. Do you know how much?
I did not roll my
these
eyes.
people with this welfare mess, thinking these people are raping the system, and I just gotta keep reiterating that the bottom is the bottom. Let's go there, and they didn't cut the bottom. They keep cutting the bottom. Ain't nobody getting rich off welfare except the white folks. So when we're talking about welfare, and we get the people that are always talking about people not working hard, I want to reiterate that people who are generally on the system are working people. There are people who work every day. So this is what happened with my friend. The husband is an attorney. The wife is a speech pathologist. So they make money. Their son is autistic, and they just got approved for Medicaid that would save them $40,000 a year. Are they poor?
Oh, my
no, they're not poor. But guess what? They're going to use the system to help them save $40,000. Now, are they the people that you don't want to get welfare? Because that's what it is. It's welfare. It's a supplement to their income, to their medical insurance, so that their son could get the medical assistance that he needs. We look at people who are getting some type of welfare as poor and lazy, and that's not the truth. Most people work and need additional help, and that's what the government is for. You should not go broke because of a medical condition. You should not go broke because of an illness. You should not go broke because you're not able to work. It's just not the case. That's not how the country should work. But when we're talking about finances, we definitely have to look at it and realize that paying our fair share is a part of being an American.
Okay. All right. So I just finished reading Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and I mentioned it earlier. And as I got towards the end of it, I just wanted to read this little passage, part of what I read, because it was just so eye-opening and it's so relevant, in my opinion, to education. Because I think a lot of our children are not living up to their potential. They're not seeking the higher classes. They're not feeling like they're smart. I mean, just all of that. And I just want them to kind of understand maybe why a lot of those feelings are happening, not because parents are ingraining in them, but because our country and its traditions have done that. So he says the forgetting is a habit, and he's talking about, when he used the word dreamer, he's talking about the white people, I guess, is yet another necessary component of the dreamer. They have forgotten the scale of theft that enriched them in slavery, the terror that allowed them for a century to pilfer the vote, the segregationist policy that gave them their suburbs. They have forgotten because to remember will tumble them out of the beautiful dream and force them to live down here with us, down here in the world. I am convinced that the dreamers, at least the dreamers of the day, will rather live white than live free. Okay, so the last little part about don't you know no good. So if you had, say, you know, your dad, and something happened to your mom, and he's really depressed because, you know, she had passed away, and maybe he's in his 70s, would it be okay from one of your girlfriends to just keep him company and make sure that he's okay?
I don't give a damn. I mean,
Well,
I ain't finna keep with that's
Well, I'm talking about one of your homegirls. Like, you know, I ain't talking about some chick. I'm talking about one of your homegirls, like homegirl. Okay.
I have gotten out of the habit of trying to rule who sleep with who. I have no control.
Nobody said sleep with nobody.
But I'm just saying, and keeping company, I don't give a damn.
Okay. I'm just saying, you know, some people will probably, they feel like they feel some kind of way about it, because in the instance, well, no, in the instance, she felt like that, you know, her dad was being taken advantage of. And so she was like, it's not so much of her keeping him company or whatever, but she felt like, you know, you taking advantage of my 80-year-old father and calling yourself my homegirl. Well, and that was the thing. Like, there were guys who were like, hey, if he didn't come out this slump and he happy and she doing something for him and he doing something for her, then fair exchange is no robbery.
No, I'm saying, in what way did she think the taking advantage? Was it money? Was it time? What was the taking advantage?
I mean, I don't know the details.
Okay, that's what I want. Okay, listen.
So you just said you wouldn't have a problem with it at all?
I wouldn't have, because this is the thing. I also had this with people who are dating somebody, or they break up and one of their friends date them and they get all upset. Baby, listen, you can't call.
No, wait now, what?
I'm saying,
I mean, girl code is girl code.
That ain't no damn girl code.
Girl code is girl code. Once you make the choice, that's it.
Listen, when I don't be with somebody, I don't want to be with somebody.
That's fine. I ain't said you have to be with them.
If you want to be with them, fine by you. I don't want to be. That's selfish on a whole nother level.
Okay, I'm just learning. I'm learning about you.
He might be just right for the next chick, and guess what? I'm all for him. He ain't right for me. Move on. You can't hold brothers.
I am not holding nobody nowhere.
Other sisters that want to date them, leave it alone. Do you still want to be with him? If the answer is no, move on. He can date my mama.
Listen,
I can give it
I can appreciate your opinion, Keisha. I'm just saying I have a girl code, and there's no way that you're going to date or marry somebody, and we're going to run in the same circles, and you're my homegirl, and I'm going to do it. I'm just saying that I wouldn't do it. It's okay. I respect the fact that you don't care about it, but I wouldn't do that. It's 20 billion people in this country. Go find you some other family to mess with.
Who cares?
I care. Well, from the outhouse
to the
penthouse, we're out.
Two different point of views with the same name. What they name is Keisha